Good morning. My name is Corey Smith. I'm excited to be in the class and learn a little more about digital instruction and how it's going to affect classroom and further teaching. This is my 15th year teaching. I am married. I'm drawing a blank here. It's going to be 17 years this October. I have 4 kids. One of them is kicking around down on the ground right now. You may hear him in just a minute. 9, 7, 2, and a little over 5 months. So, just like I said, this is my 15th year teaching. I've been in various positions. I originally got my undergraduate from the University of Tennessee at Martin. I'm originally from Tennessee, and I currently live in Memphis, Tennessee right now. My first job was in a very rural area in Tennessee, a couple towns down from where we graduated. We then moved to South Korea, where my wife and I taught English as a foreign language for 4 years. Then we moved on to the Department of Defense schools in Seoul, Korea, where we worked for 2 years until there was government restructuring and stuff, and we had to come back to the States. We came back to the States and moved out to the Navajo Nation in southern Utah, where we lived in a very rural community called Navajo Mountain. 100 miles to the closest grocery store. We had about 30 kids off and on, 25, 30 kids every year. Just that 1 year that I was there. 5 teachers, 30 kids. All the teachers were male. I taught special education, social studies, coached basketball, and track. We had our daughter out there, and just living that remote with the 2 small children was very difficult, and socialization was hard, so we moved back to Tennessee, where I started at Germantown High School. I had been there for the past 6 years, teaching special education, coaching basketball, stadium manager, and a few other things. This past year, I moved to Collierville High School in Collierville, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Memphis. We are the largest high school in the state of Tennessee with a little over 2,800, close to 2,900 students. And we're growing. We built a $94 million high school about 5 years ago, and we're going to have to add on because we're busting at the seams. Overall, what I hope to gain from this class is better understanding of digital instruction, how it's going to be used, and how it can be used in the classroom. One of my strengths, I believe, is my ability to build relationships with different people over my course of 15 years. Even in Korea, I was able to build a good rapport with my students and most of my coworkers. I've come to the realization that with students, I have a great deal of influence and can affect them a lot, especially just my interactions of talking with them. The adults, the other 5% or so that haven't always had a good rapport with, I just have to chalk it up to their adults, and there's a lot more going on than with kids. One of my weaknesses, I believe, is over the years, since I've done the majority of my education in special education, I get stuck in co-teaching situations. And I say stuck just to use as an example of kind of being put into a place in a co-teaching situation where I'm asked to help students with IEPs pass some classes that are very, very difficult for them, like students who read on a 2nd, 3rd grade level who are maybe autistic, and we're asking them to write essays and go online and watch videos and things where there's a lot of social skills available, or a lot of deep text where these students can't understand them, and I'm being asked to, sometimes it feels like, perform miracles to get them to where they need to be, but don't get a chance to teach a lot, and sometimes we have to go away from the digital platforms that we have available to us just to be able to get the students in with the basic things that they need. So I'm good with technology. My last school, I was actually kind of the default tech guy on the back hallway, even running the smart boards and other stuff. But at my new school, we're a Mac school. A lot of teachers are Mac teachers. They're really good with technology, so I'm nowhere near needed as much in that aspect. But I would really like to learn a little bit more about how we can use it for instruction effectively. All right. You guys have a wonderful day.